Anyway, moving on. Revenant. This is probably the most anticipated class to be balanced, I think. So, let's see what we've got going on here. Revenant. When we reworked Sword Skill 5 from Grasping Shadows to Death Strike, we also carried over the slow and chill conditions it inflicted. However, since Death Strike is a damage skill rather than a control skill like Grasping Shadow, we are removing this component because it muddies the purpose of the new skill. Similarly, we're reworking both Embrace the Darkness and Unyielding Anguish in the Malik stance that both act as pulsing area of effects, with the intent of better differentiating when they should be used. Embrace the Darkness is being focused on inflicting torment, Unyielding Anguish is being revamped, becoming a setup-like skill that gathers up enemies, and it has been renamed to Call of Anguish. Beyond these skills, we're also scaling up skills and traits that look like they were just marginally out of play, and reducing some might generation in PvP. Alright. Sounds good to me, because Rev is a very oppressive class certainly in PvP, right? Because you were just one-shotting people, massive bursting people, going crazy, insane DPS with Herald, very sticky, very AIDS. Like, you're applying chill, you're slowing people, you're doing huge damage. It's out of control, dude. Okay. So let's get into these changes for our Revenant. Impossible Odds. This is a big deal, actually. So Impossible Odds used to give you pulsing super speed. So it would give you permanent super speed while you have it active. But now, it doesn't do that. It gives you 50% movement speed instead. That is a really big difference. In PvE, that doesn't really make any difference because you're not likely to get chilled. But this means that you can be slowed, basically, right? You can actually get slowed down. Because super speed has a tendency to kind of bypass chill and cripple. This won't. So in other words, if you're, say, on Necro, and you put your chill mark down, or you cripple them with some of your shade abilities, or your skeleton hands, stuff like that, they will now actually get slowed down by that, and you'll be able to kind of kite away a lot more effectively, and you won't get shut down by that. Additionally, you're not going to be as sticky, because your Sword 5 no longer slows people, right? It doesn't chill and slow them, so that means it just does damage, and that's it, right? It's a port and it does damage. Which, again, purity of purpose is very good. Having the slow and chill there was pretty ridiculous. I think they probably should have reduced the damage a little bit as well, because it just like randomly 10k crits you. It's like, oh, yeah. Oh. Gameplay. Not ideal in my opinion. But the rev changes we see here are actually really good in my opinion. Impossible Odds is actually surprisingly hard nerf, actually. And yeah, Death Strike, removing the chill or slow from that, the teleport is a really big deal. It's going to make your opponent be able to actually do something after you've jumped on them. Right now, mad at the Rev jumped me, I've got slow. So, you know, even if I want to cast my heal skill, it's going to take 5 seconds. Right? Not good. Not good! Now, they've also done a lot of other stuff here. For example, on Notoriety, this is a trait that whenever you're in Shiro, right, you use an ability, you get Might, and you get less might when you use anything else. They've just reduced the stacks by 1 in PvP only. So, before it was 3 stacks Shiro, 2 stacks anything else. Now, it's 2 stacks Shiro. Let me just go ahead and grab this Devastation. It's 2 stacks Shiro, 1 stack any other legend. Now, that is a pretty big deal. Like, a step down in that magnitude is huge. And they reduced the duration. Okay? From 10 seconds to 5 seconds. That is a big deal. I don't even know, dude. One thing that is interesting to see here is that they actually made Rev a little bit tankier. They've added Hardening Persistence now as 1.5% damage reduction per energy pip. And Rapid Flows healing is up by 50% here as well. The base value. So I think they've taken away some of Rev's damage, its stickiness, and its burst. And its kind of, yeah, that kind of aggressive power, and they've given it a bit more defensive power. So now, if you take Hardening Persistence, for example, over... Didn't they buff Shining Aspects as well? They did, yeah. No, they removed the internal cooldown on Shining Aspects. Now, I believe this is actually quite a popular trait to run, right, actually, already. When you use the Facet Consume, it heals you. And now we may see... Well, now it's got no content, you can spam them all and just heal and go off over. So, I wonder if we're going to see more of the Draconic Echo variant, because there are 2 builds that people run on Rev right now. You have the Draconic Echo build, which is more like a boon, almost like a boon teamfight support thing, which has been run by the top EU team a lot, the Chunsu Flandria Sakiki team. Those guys like that trait. But some Revs go for more aggression, go for force or persistence. Maybe now we'll actually see more of almost like a hybrid support damage team fight Rev, with more Draconic Echo, a bit tankier, a bit beefier, right? More sustained, perhaps. thanks to these changes. Go less aggressive. So yeah, pretty interesting actually. Interesting stuff for Rev. Definitely very happy that they did nerf it, because this class was very oppressive, to be honest, in PvP. And yeah, forgot to mention they also nerfed impossible odds damage by 20%. That's quite a lot as well, as that's a lot. Impossible odds hits hard, right? When you're actually cleaving a downstay in particular, right? And well, we've seen some experimentation with Axe Offhand on Rev as well. Actually, I wonder if we'll see any more of that. There are a few changes we can kind of mop up here. These are aimed at PvE, so we'll talk about the PvE changes here a little bit, guys. So, focus siphoning. Power scaling is up by 400% PvE, and healing by 400%. Ice Razor's Ire, which is the Renegade DPS-y guy, his damage is up by 30%. As well, Elemental Blast cooldown reduction from 12 seconds to 10 seconds. And Burst of Strength. The damage modifier is up from 15% to 25% in PvE only. So they're trying to make Power Herald Revenant with the Herald change there with Burst of Strength and Elemental Blast. It's actually a big fucking deal. There's a lot of damage. Those two abilities do a lot of damage. Especially with the modifier. We'll just go ahead and leave PvP real quick. I can look at this stuff. And Focus Siphoning. Don't underestimate that change, guys. That is actually quite a lot. That will add up. 400% extra power scaling. We can kind of have a look at how that turns out. Let's go ahead and have a look and see how that ends up working out. So here's the Ice Razor's Ire, our little DPS guy. He does more damage on that, but let's go ahead and look at Herald here. This is the focus siphoning. This is the thing that has changed here. And as you can see, I am in Harrier gear right now, and that is actually 153 damage per hit, no cooldown. Guys, and I'm in Harrier here.
That's okay.
Right? That's not
63.
bad. So, now we've got our Berserker gear on. We'll use some power food as well. And this is without Might as well. Bear in mind, guys, Might will actually affect this as well. So, it's 166 damage per hit with no internal cooldown. Every single strike you do hits for another 166. That's a pretty big deal, actually, to be honest. And let's just, you know what, it's time to strip down, guys. How much damage, how well does that actually scale with power? Let's see what that 400% is actually doing. Let's find out. So I could use some build templates, boys. But who cares about that? Right, so now we've got basically no power. It's 128. So, okay, that's not that good. But look, you're going to have banners, you're going to have might, it's going to be like 200, right? So with full buffs, you're probably looking at doubling your focus siphon lifestealing, right? So, yeah. This is going to be a fair port of your DPS. It's a little bit of a DPS nudge for Herald and Revenant, Renegade in general. So the Alacrity Renegade is buffed because of the Ice Razor's Ire, and because of this, the focus siphoning. And Herald is buffed because they reduced the focus siphoning. They reduced the cooldown on Elemental Blast, which is a DPS increase for you, and they you have Burst of Strength as well, right? Which now gives you a 25% modifier for 5 seconds as well, which is pretty good, pretty fucking good. So if you hit, you get a 25% modifier for 5 seconds in PvE only. So again, Power Herald. I wonder what Power Herald does now, actually. What does Power Herald do now? I bet it's not even bad, actually. Yeah. I honestly think, guys, Power Herald is not even bad at this point in PvE for raids. It will probably do quite good DPS. It'll probably be better than Hollow. Oh. Yeah, go. And you can even give boons as well. Like if you're going to play Power Hollow, you can give some protection, you can give it a fury, that sort of thing, and give some boons. Anyway, so the other changes are to Condi Rev, in PvE mostly, I suppose, because they've changed Malix. Let's check this out, guys. So, Call of Anguish is a new skill. Leap towards the targeted area and pull foes towards your landing point. So, in other words, you pull everyone in that area towards you. Okay, that's kind of cool. It's actually nice roleplay. It's a Guild Wars 1 reference. Malix would do this. He would teleport you to him. And the ability is called Call of Anguish in the Ebony Citadel of Malix. Yeah.
Ebony.
Yeah. So yeah, cool ability. Now, you know, the only place I see this being particularly useful is is World versus World. Can you imagine all the revs leaping on you and pulling everyone together? I mean, it's got a 5-second cooldown. It's got some mobility on it. You're leaping. There's no torment. Yeah, the torment has all been moved on to Embrace the Darkness, right? I know. I think if it's going to be good anywhere, it'll be good in World versus World. It's nice. I mean, Comedy Revs get a bit more CC in PvE, right? So you can break the bar a little bit easier as well because you've got a pull now on Call to Anguish, which is nice. That's good. That's good. Nothing wrong with that. Now we see Embrace the Darkness, guys. What they did with this is it does the same thing. You pulse Torment, but you don't get any extra stats anymore. However, using a skill that costs energy causes the next pulse to do extra Torment, right? So in other words, if you use, say, Mace 2, the next pulse will give you 3 Torment instead of just 1 Torment pulse. So
right, so you just use it and then you forget about its
and you hard spam.
And you hard spam.
Yeah, so they made it easier. They made it easier, and it actually, some guy crunched the numbers on it, and it's either the same or a buff, basically, with compared
it sounds
to
like above.
Yeah,
yeah.
So there you go. The bad news is that, yes, they've made the build a bit more brain dead, so, yeah. Because Connie Running was too hard.
Well, now the chat can play Condor. There we go.
Whoa! There's also one thing. You're going to have very high dark field uptime as well. Because it's also a mobile dark field now, which is kind of cool. And that's for... What is that? That's area blindness and lifesteal, right? So if you have projectiles, it's like leeching bolts, I think, and whirl finishes. So you'll be getting some life. So if you have a short bow... Say if we're playing Renegade here. Right. I believe we might be getting some... With 7-shot, we're going to get some lifesteal procs on 7-shot, so that might also be a little bit of EPS increase as well, especially with some auto attacks there as well. We're going to get some lifesteal, which is okay, I guess, as well. And also we can generate Dark Aura, which I'm not sure if that's particularly relevant. I mean, I guess we get some like bonus Torment on the boss, stuff like that, but yeah. So you can get that. There's going to be bonus lifesteal memes for our team as well. Yeah, if you leap with Dark Aura as well. So yeah, okay. Bit of RP, a little bit of RP there, and also a mild DPS increase because lifesteal is, of course, damage, some sustain as well. So, yeah, it turns out this is kind of cool for Connie Rev. It makes the cost a little bit easier to play, and you get a little bit more damage. And, yeah, no excuse not to play Kala now, boys, okay? Kala, let's go. So, that's basically it for Rev. Yeah, really good changes to Rev. Rev needed to be smushed a little bit in PvP. It was quite oppressive, quite annoying to play against, and not that much fun. Just get randomly one-shot. And it definitely deserved it. There you have it. Seeing it shift more to more of a brawler, as opposed to a bit like a bit of a glass cannon. So less damage, bit more sustain. Colony Rev changed a little bit for flavor purposes to make it more purity of purpose kind of meme. A little bit of a buff there. Buffing to Renegade, every kind of Renegade in PvE. So Alacrity Renegade, Condi Renegade, Herald is also, but Power Herald is also buffed. It's probably decent DPS now, more decent than it already was. Yeah, so again, I expect to see more Alacrity Revs now. Alacrity Renegade is probably quite good now. I mean, it already was, but certainly with the Chrono stuff, I would definitely expect to see more of that setup over Chronos, because I think people are a bit fed up of basically getting bent over by ArenaNet when they main Chrono. So yeah, we're going to the new era, guys. We're going to the new era of playing only POF specs, okay? Okay, now we get to the meme. Are you ready for the meme? The meme class. Thief! Let me get my thief. Oh, I am ready. I am ready for these thief changes. Heal Thief is fully enabled, by the way, Frosty. I want you to know that. Heal Thief is enabled. In this update, we are reworking Shadow Arts. The Shadow Arts trait line for Thieves. As a support and survivalist focus line, we wanted to refocus it around stronger themes as well as improve the potency of its minor traits. Many of the more passive traits have been adjusted or rebuilt to have more active effects, while some of the more niche traits like Merciful Ambush have been adjusted to have more general use applications. Meanwhile, new traits like Shadow Savior and reworked traits like Rending Shade will help to provide new ways to approach combat. Thief trap skills are being retired for now and replaced by a new type of ability, Preparations. See below for more information on those skills. So, number one change, this is actually a really big deal. Dagger Storm. Reduce the casting time by 30%. This is huge. I wonder if this is actually a DPS increase in PvE now, because they buffed the damage by 33% in PvE. 33%. I can't imagine it is, actually. It would have to do a lot of fucking damage. But, either way, this is a nerf targeted primarily at PvP because it was a 4-second invuln that can be reset by steal if you get RNG on improv.
Oh, it can absolutely still be recharged.
Well, it can still be. It can still be recharged, but it's
just not as long.
It's not as long now. It's a really good change. Thief was so obnoxious because of the amount of evades it spams, and this was almost like this was a way to wait for your cooldowns to come back, right? And, you know, get some stuff and then be able to escape on top of that. Right, so this is a good nerf for Thief in PvE. It's very annoying to play against this. Now, of course, it doesn't mean it does its damage much faster, right? It does its damage very quickly, but because it's got a short duration, it's easy to dodge, right? You can dodge, and your dodge is more value, right? So, there you go. It is very good that this is gone. Absolutely had it coming. DS is an invuln. Well, it's almost an invuln. It's a full evade, right? It's a full evade for, it's about 2.75 seconds. Now it was 4 seconds of invuln, of evade. Like, you basically couldn't, you know. It's very good for harassing people. If you just port onto the Scourge right at the start, you can spin on them and just take... You can, for a start, get them in combat. You can get rid of a lot of their health, or waste their dodges. You waste their dodges or get rid of a lot of their health. And at no risk to yourself, because you can just, like, beep, just teleport away immediately afterwards, right? So it's still going to be good. I'd be very surprised if people don't run that, even though it is a little bit nerfed. A good change, though. It definitely deserves it. So, Smokescreen now is a ring as well. They gave it the old Fear Wall treatment. Where is it? Where's Smokescreen? There we go. So, it works the same. It blocks missiles and blinds foes, but... Whoa! Look at that! We've got a little ring now. It appears around us, so we can... A little safe zone from projectiles. Hide. Hide in the smokescreen. I mean, I'm not sure if that's particularly relevant. I think it's just they just wanted to do that because memes. Now...
Can you... blast in the middle, or only on the side?
Yeah, I imagine so. Yeah, you definitely can, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You almost certainly can. So, there you go. It's way bigger, though, actually, so I guess it's easier to use, right? So, Infiltrator Signet is up next. They buffed the range on this from 900 range to 1,200 range. That's a big deal as well, guys. So, this is now at the same range as Steel. So, if you want to, you know, if you're playing Daredevil and you're like, oh, if only I could teleport to someone 1,200 range away, just like a regular Steel, you can now use Infiltrator Signet. Hooray! It breaks stun as well. So, I believe actually, doesn't Toka quite like this ability actually when he plays Thief? Actually. I think Infiltrator Signet, so he'll be very happy about that. So yeah, a good buff there. It's powerful as well, 1,200 range. 300 range extra is a huge deal, guys, on any ability. That's a massive deal. So now you can port. Think how fast you can port with SD Thief with this. So you can steal, you can Infiltrator Signet for 2,400 range, then you can also sword port onto someone as well. Oh, incredible. Absolutely amazing. So you can port for 900... then another 1,200. Then another 1,200 with regular steel. Oh, that's good. So,
no, it's not that.
Now, let's talk about this brand new set of abilities, guys. So we have an entirely new set of skills. Preparations instead of traps. So we have Prepare Pitfall. Prepare 1,000 Needles. So prepare for a leveling zone in Classic WoW. And prepare Shadow Portal. Now, Shadow Portal is the spicy one, right? This is the extra spicy one. I need an assistant. You guys have to come and help me with this one. So, let's just go through these. Prepare Pitfall. Let's do the pit. We'll just go through it the same on the patch. So, you put this down. There you go. You put it down. And then it's here. Here it is, right? There's the mark. It takes a while to activate. And now you can just kind of wander around, right? I don't think, does it even have a range exactly? I don't think it even really has range.
5k range.
5k range. You can be really far away, and then you can kind of like, you know, click your detonator, and then, BAM! See, look at that! You can pitfall people, get them with that, and it will knock them down for 3 seconds, and pulse a bunch of damage on them, and it's unblockable as well. And there's no way, I believe they can't see that, right? They don't know that that's there, do they? The enemy team can't see it, right? Or can they? Quick, let's go into PvP. Can you see it?
I could see the animation when you placed it.
Yeah.
Like it did the swirly smoke thing. I can see that, but I don't see it.
You don't see it anymore. Okay, go. Yeah, okay. So now look, Nico, you see. So okay, hang on. Yeah. Stop. Okay.
Somewhere here.
Yeah. So then so Nico's on mid. He's on fucking mid, boys. Pull the trap. And you're just like, oh! And then we get him with the trap, right? We can see him, right? And the thief can do that from across him. And you instantly get it back because the cooldown starts ticking when you place it, not when you actually detonate it. That's actually quite interesting. And also, even worse, what we could do is, right, okay, okay, imagine this is mid, guys. We're putting all the traps on. Okay, and then Nico comes there, right? Nico goes, go on the traps, go. Right? So then, Nico's like going for a sneaky decap or some shit, right? He's going for a big sneaky decap. So then I open the portal. Right, I open the portal, we take the portal, and then BAM! Proc all the traps! Then we can just, like, poke him with the sword. I don't know what kind of build I got on. I think I'm on Condi or something. But, yeah. But, yeah, so we can, you can pour onto them, and then instantly smush them with the traps. I mean, I don't think you would ever take all of them, but it would be kind of funny if you did, right? And smush them while you pour in.
An animation.
Yeah. Can you see when I open the portal? Actually, come over. Let's demonstrate the portal here. So we place that down. Let's see if Nico can see it when we open the portal here, right? It's going to go over here. Okay, I'm opening. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Do you see that?
Yes. I see, like...
So you can see the portal when it's opened. Wow. So you can tell when the thief is coming through, but... You don't know how many people are going to come through. So you can get one person through in PvP, and they're both stealthed as well, right? They're both stealthed. So let's just very quickly go over what this trap does. We'll go over the traps. So the pitfall is you can detonate it, and it knocks people down, applies vuln, does damage. Needle trap, it immobilizes, poisons, bleeds, cripples, and does some damage. The shadow portal... it's a portal that one person can come through in PvP, and 5 people can go through it in World versus World, and PvE. So there might be some application in, like, dungeons and shit, actually. Left will be very happy. I don't think this will get used in World versus World, though. I mean, Chrono is still better because you can get 20 people through it, obviously. Unless you've got a lot of thieves, like a whole lot of thieves.
Yeah. How many is it in PvE?
5.
That's bug.
And okay. It's one way as well, which is kind of interesting. It's cool. I like it. It's a really fun ability. Finally, something else has a portal style effect, and we actually have one more trap that I'll show you guys now. It's Ben. The other trap is what it is Sanctuary basically. It's like a little I don't know what I'm calling it traps. They're preparations, right? They're kind of like traps. They're like remote traps, is what they are. You choose when they detonate, right? So our final ability is Prepare Seal Area. Really cool artwork on these actually. What the fuck? Very almost very, very Sekiro, actually. It's all like shadowy memes, and it's very, very cool art style, actually, on these little icons. So here we go. And I think this will actually knock Nico out here, because what this is it's Sanctuary. It's 20 targets, so it will hit 20 people. It blocks projectiles, and it CCs people, and they can't enter, and they can't leave. So I'm pretty sure this will actually push him out. So here we go. Bop. No, it actually won't. Can you leave? You can't leave! Oh, wait, you actually... what? You actually can. Okay. Hang on, try it.
No, I mean, on Hammer, on Guardian, Hammer 5.
Yeah.
And shit like that. So
but you can't walk out of it, really.
You can, but,
I mean...
Yeah.
Knocks me once.
No. There we go, it's getting you now.
It's supposed to, but it's like...
Yeah, it's not getting you quite right, so it's maybe not exactly working correctly. But there you go. The animation work is excellent on these. I know it's a bit of a minor thing, but it's definitely worth saying. The animation work is excellent. The icon design is fantastic. They're really fun. They're certainly fun. Okay, now we've got to get to the nitty-gritty. Is this going to see competitive play in PvP? In PvE, I don't think these are really that relevant unless you're doing like dungeon and fractal speedruns. There it might be useful. But let's think about this in PvP. Are we going to see the portal being used? The one to look out for is definitely the portal. The other ones, maybe less so. But the portal has some potential, I think, actually, for mobilizing players around the map. Because now a thief isn't just +1ing you when you go for the decap, right? It's going to +2 you with the portal as well. So that's very long range, really mobile as well.
So you think, like... one person plus the thief can take the portal in PvP?
That's how it works. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
That actually works?
Yep.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Swap sides. We'll both take the portal. Hang on here. Let me get my portal out. All right, you ready? Portal.
Okay.
Go, 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 go. Oh, wait, what? I can't take it. What?
So it's only one person, right?
It says 2, but...
It doesn't, right? It says one person, doesn't it?
I thought... What the fuck? I thought you and an ally could take it.
Did you
I mean, if it's only one person, then it's just not really good.
Oh,
I mean,
thought you...
It might be okay, but I don't know.
Oh, no. Feels fucking bad. Yeah, and you can't take it back, which is obviously a downside. No, I could have sworn it said in the notes you're supposed to be able to take you and another ally.
Really? I thought you said one person.
It says one ally through in PvP, but the way it was phrased... Well, the way it was phrased, it kind of sounded like you and one friend could go through. Ooh. Well, that's not actually that... That's probably not quite as great as... You might expect then. I guess you can do like a really fast plus across the map onto someone, but you do
yeah, that's the
thing. You have to give up the utility slot for that, right? Which might not be ideal. Yeah, that's not quite as good as I thought. I thought you could take a friend, so you could... Well, I guess you can still use it to, say, move your firebrand or something like that around. Move your scourge or a firebrand, but yeah, or use it to decap, right? You can use it, yeah, to decap it, right?
No, it's literally just +1 bot skill. If it's good enough for +1ing fast, then you pick it. If it's not, then no.
Yeah.
If it was 2 people, then it would easily be picked. Like, yeah.
Well, I guess they're being maybe a little conservative with the balance then, and not making it...
I mean, I think it's good they're being conservative, because giving, like, an actual portal to Thief? Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry, but it's just not a good idea.
Yeah, you don't think that will be a good idea? I don't know, I think it will be fine. Nothing wrong with that. So, well, I guess maybe the preparations won't see a crazy amount of play then. Maybe the portal will see some. For thieves, but thieves already have some pretty solid utility skills, so we will have to see.
Since portal.
We will have to see. Not quite portal, but well, I'm sure. I guarantee it will see some experimentation. Right? It's definitely going to see experimentation. So they have very short cooldowns. Actually, they have really short cooldowns, like 25 seconds for the knock one. And the interesting thing about Portal is, and this kind of differentiates it from Mesmer Portal, is that the cooldown starts when you plant it, right? And it waits for 5 minutes. So in other words, you can put this down, right? And if you use it 60 seconds after you put it down, you could immediately use it again, right? Which is pretty interesting, right? Like, a lot of the time, this is gonna kind of have no cooldown almost, which is something potentially useful, right? Moving on, guys. Cool preparations. I like them. They're definitely fun. We'll see experimentation. So, let us continue in our quest to learn about Shadow Arts and stuff. Uncatchable. This skill now also has lesser counters when you take falling damage. Thief finally has a falling damage trait. Whoa! Amazing! Now, Deadly Arts had a bunch of stuff with traps in it, so they've obviously had to rework that. So, Dagger Training. It no longer inflicts poison on dagger attacks. So now you just get extra power and even more power when you're wielding a dagger. So it just gives you 160 power when you're using a dagger. So there you go. Just no poison. Because they wanted to purity of purpose it a little bit. Because they've actually given you... what is it called? Deadly Ambition! Brand new trait, which is replacing... what was it replacing? It's replacing a trap thingy, isn't it? Yeah, it's replacing Trapper's Respite. Inflict poison when striking a foe. Gain increased condition damage. So you get 120 condition damage, and every 5 seconds you apply 2 stacks of poison for 3 seconds. So it kind of gives... again, the traits are more defined now. So the Dagger trait is a power trait. Deadly Ambition is this Condi trait here as well. Right? So, yeah, it keeps it going, keeps the memes going. So... this trait is actually pretty good as well. Like 120 condition damage is nice, especially for stuff like Condi Thief in PvE, which previously used the Dagger trait to get extra poison stacks. Now you can use this. It also is going to be good for Condi Thief in PvP because you just get an extra bit of burst and you get extra damage. You get an extra 120 damage and you just burst people as well for another 2 poison stacks. And that keeps going, so every 5 seconds you're going to keep poisoning people. So you're going to have very high poison uptime just by hitting someone. It's not even a crit, you just hit them. So this is a really powerful trait, actually. There you have it. And Deadly Trapper now got reworked. It's called Even the Odds. Apply vulnerability when you steal. Gain might when you hit with a stealth attack. This is all well and good. It's kind of, it's a decent trait. Not a bad trait. Trouble is, it's competing with Panic Strike and Revealed Training. So, Revealed Training is obviously going to be better in PvE whenever you can be revealed, because you're going to get an extra 200 power, which is really good. And it gives you a free 80 power as well, which is obviously really good just right off the bat. And in PvP, Panic Strike. Panic Strike is very good, so you want that, right? You're going to want that. So realistically, this trait is not... it's not going to happen, dude. It's not going to happen, guys. Sorry. But there you go. That's what's going on there. And that's everything for Deadly Arts, so all the trap traits are gone now, so not much will change there. But honestly, Conde Thief is going to be pretty scary here as well in PvP, and you're going to see why in a little bit as well. There's some fun memes here. Okay, so Shadow Arts is fully reworked. Let's go over the minor traits first. So the first minor trait is Concealing Restoration. Gain stealth when you use a healing skill. And bear in mind, because you have Meld with Shadows, its base duration is 2 seconds, but it's already increased by 1 second because of Meld with Shadows, and you move extra fast. So in other words, you'll withdraw, you now get a 3-second stealth. Oh, hang on, sorry. So on every healing skill you have, you don't hit me. Don't do it. Don't do it, Nico. Right. No, not the rock. Not the rock. Anything but the rock. The rock matter.
The rock.
The rock. So whenever you use your heal skill now, we get 3 seconds of stealth at the end of it. There we go. Bop. 3 seconds. We can use our stealth attack or just disengage or whatever. It makes withdraw very, very good, actually. It's a really short cooldown. That's definitely a fun one. But I mean, Shadow Arts is not the best trait line in the world. But, well, maybe it is. Let's find out. So, and then finally for the Grandmaster, Shadow Siphoning. Stealth attacks siphon health if they hit. It's 560 extra damage. And you heal for 500 as well. So what amulet do I actually have on right now? I have Harrier amulet on. No idea why. Let's get some power. So let's suppose we were going to play a pretty standard thief build with something like this. Right, we got our Scholar Rune and Marauder. How much lifesteal are we getting here with this trait? Wait, what? Does it even scale? What the fuck? What is this? Wait. How about... something with no power on it. How about fucking dead shot? Oh, it does scale. It just doesn't scale that much. So yeah, I mean it's a nice trait, I guess. Kind of a cool trait. Doesn't really scale much. How much does the healing scale? Let's see, Heal Thief. The healing actually scale. Well, you're not really landing that many stealth attacks, right? So I mean, it's not. It's not. I mean, you're not going to get that much value out of this. It's a bit of extra spike. 500 extra spike damage is pretty good. But it's not going to give you crazy extra value, I guess. Maybe it's something like Deadeye. Like, something with Deadeye, this is actually annoying, right? Because you can just spam out stealth attacks whenever you dodge on Deadeye, so you just keep getting lifesteal, more lifesteal, more lifesteal, more lifesteal, right? Maybe there? Yeah, something like that could be pretty good. Wait, Pistol! Does that proc on every single... Oh, I have to try that. Wait a minute. Oh no!
It has a nice CD of 1 second, right?
Oh yeah, no, it won't work. It will only work on some of them. Here we go. How many procs do we get? Oh, oh no, it's too fast. You only get 1 proc. Oh, disappointment. How depressing. Wow. Oh, well, never mind then. The dream is dead, boys. The dream is dead. So that's all the Grandmasters fully reworked. Boom. They're probably going to be better because Shadow Arts kind of sucks, guys. I'm not going to lie, it's not good. But maybe it is now. Let's find out. So, regular traits. Merciful Ambush. This trait has been moved to the Adept tier. It no longer increases revive speed and instead causes applying stealth to an ally to heal and revive them over 3 seconds. So, this means you can kind of have Heal Thief. I think this is kind of a bit of a PvE thing, really, rather than PvP. I mean, maybe if you take, like, Shadow... How do you stealth an ally? You'd have to blast stealth... to revive them. You can use Shadow Refuge, that sort of thing, right? Bit of a blinding powder kind of meme here. You know, that's how you can give stealth with this stuff as well. So you can, you know, blinding powder, you can Shadow Refuge people, you can blast a smoke field with pistol offhand or something like that. And that will maybe give some stealth. And your stealth will now revive people. So it revives them by 3% per second, which is actually worse than a Bloodwell. I kind of feel like it should be a little bit better than a Bloodwell as well. But still, it also heals them as well. Let's see how that scales, actually. Let's just go ahead. We've got Harrier Amulet on right now. Let's just put Mender on. Yeah, but I think it heals like shit. It scales very badly. 261 even with like a full heal per second. Yeah, that's pretty That's not very good, guys, because you're not going to have high stealth uptime. And this trait, I'm not going to lie, guys, it's not that good. Maybe you can get away with it. You can maybe get away with it with some really weird shadow refuge. You can kind of see it. It's very easy. You can see the shadow refuge, right? You'd have to blinding powder people. You'd have to blast smoke fields and then res people. Maybe you can get some kind of medic thief going, but I think that's a meme, really. That's a meme and a dream, guys. It's a meme and a dream. So, Shadow's Embrace. This trait has been moved to a different slot in the same tier. Its functionality gets the same. Hidden Thief. This trait has been moved to the adept tier and no longer increases movement speed while in stealth. Instead, it grants 20% reach reduction deceptions. The reason for that is because you already get that for free. You always have the movement speed increase now with Meld with Shadows. And this one, just all it does is stealing grants you stealth and deception skills gain reduced recharge. So now, whenever you steal, well, you get stealth, so you can instantly stab someone in the back with this after you steal on them. Yeah, there you go. And your deceptions are reduced in cooldown, which is like, oh wow, we can shadow refuge people even more now. Whoa, insane. Got our steal back. Are you ready for this insane stealth, guys? Watch this. For a sick 3-second stealth when we steal onto Nico. Here we go. Swipe! And then we can... Oh, I can shoot him. Oh, and look at that. We got the fear... Wait, why did that do that, actually? Because I don't even have the fear trait. What?
I could bust them.
Wait, what? Hang on. What is this? Oh, is my UI bugged here? Is it? Do I actually have this traded? The fear is bugged. It works even when you don't have it. Wait, so you? Wait, come back here. Yeah, come here. All right. So, if we steal on Nico, even though we don't have the trait, it's still gonna fear him. Whoa!
Fuck.
Okay. All right. So I have that trait fully for free now. So you always have Rending Shade. Do you get the boon as well? Hang on, wait, give me a second. Let's see. Does it always give the boon? Does it have the boon rip as well? 10 seconds. You don't even need Shadow What? So this is like something that all thieves have now.
What?
All thieves have fear on stealth attack right now. High energy, dude. Fucking high energy. Wait, I'm gonna take off Shadow Arts. Hang on. I'm gonna take off Shadow Arts.
That seems kinda broken, not gonna lie.
Okay, hang on. Give me out of combat. Trickery. So I've got trickery right now, no traits. We're just gonna
pay attention for the boon rip too.
Yeah.
I'll use frenzy when he
see if you got the boon. Okay.
Oh, when he
okay. Go boons. Yeah, you get the boon rip. What the fuck? Did you get? Yeah.
Fuck is.
Okay, I don't even have Shadow Arts on though.
Yeah.
So you just get that trait completely for free, even without Shadow Arts. I like that. It's kind of a fun trait. We haven't even got to that yet, but it's a fun trait. You know what's a really fun trait though, boys? You guys want to know a mega meme trait? And I want to check an interaction here. So we've got a few new traits as well on top of this in Shadow Arts, and one of them is Leeching Venoms, my friends. So Leeching Venoms now allows us. I want to see how much this stacks actually. We gain up to 6 stacks of Spider Venom while in stealth, okay? And the Venoms also are life-stealing now as well. So, let's see. We can get 6 stacks of it. Let's see how this goes. We are now in stealth. Here we go. 1 stack of Venom. 2 stacks of Venom. 3 stacks. 4 stacks of Venom. I want to see if we can get 12 stacks when you use Spider Venom, or if it overwrites it. So now we've got 6 stacks. Let's use Spider Venom now. Oh, okay. So you can't stack 12, but you could then use 6 and then immediately get another 6. So you could have 6 stacks stored up, jump someone, instantly inflict mega aids on them using Lotus training, right? Like Lotus training them. I have to be in combat for that, right? And with the poison, because it will apply very quickly into a poison field or something with shortbow, right? You can whirl through the poison field for even more poison, right? You could use dancing daggers as well to like slow them, immobilize them, poison them, stuff like that. You're gonna have like a massive poison spike actually, and you're gonna lifesteal on people as well, because the venom steals life. With Spider Venom, you can take Scale Venom. You're gonna have a massive Condi burst, actually a truly huge Condi burst. Yes, and Sigurd already tried this. He was able to spike something like 40 poison, I think, onto someone, which sounds fun. So, yeah, that's pretty good. That's
going to be really fun for the next I don't know, 3 months, I guess.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're gonna get insta bursted. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Good.
Yeah, yeah, it's nice. Yeah, I like it. So Shadow Saver. This is another really fun trait. This after completing a Shadow Step, you are healed. Nearby allies are also healed for a larger amount. Now, this is literally enabling Heal Thief in PvE. Heal Thief is now a thing just by spamming Sword 2, basically. But this is a big buff. I don't know why they buffed this build. This build is so fucking good already, guys, okay? But they have buffed Boon Thief. Why? Why have they buffed Boon Thief?
Wait, you mean the Raid Boon Thief, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Raid Boon Thief. Because now, on something like Matthias or Adina, not only do you apply every single boon in the game permanently, you also unironically heal for a lot by just spamming Shadow Steps. It heals for... Oh, it's shit in PvP. It's nowhere near enough PvP. But it's yeah,
shit in PvP.
Yeah, it's easily good enough for raids, though, to heal. But thanks for the reason to do Tier 1 Still Life XD. I think Teapot me misses. You're goddamn right. So just get on... Hang on, let me just look at my sword hit. Gimme. Okay. Right. So every time we Shadow Step... wait, does it count both times, actually, as well? Hit me a little bit. I want to burn, like, half health. I want to see if it works both times. Right. So now... Whoa! That's too much! Oh, 11k health, bro.
You reload HP, but...
Yeah. It's fine, it's fine. So just keep me in combat, because I'll respawn on 50% anyway, it's fine. Alright, here we go. Get back here.
Oh, I dropped down already.
Right. I'm on my way. Come here.
Oh, don't drop down again.
Okay. Right, hang on. Alright, hit me a little bit. So, that's enough. Alright, so if we teleport, we heal for 500. There we go, 500. And when we port back, does it heal us again? It does! Oh, so if you just spam this insanely hard, you heal your team for 1,000 each time. More if you've got transference sigil, stuff like that. It hits 5 targets for 1k each time. That actually heals quite a lot, to be fair, actually. Bear in mind, you're going to have regen, thanks to the Ecto on everyone. So yeah, Boon Thief on stuff like Matthias or Adina is very strong. Even KC now, because you can steal on the ads, right? So yeah, it's actually pretty powerful. It's just pretty powerful stuff, actually, guys. Big stuff. Boon Thief was Deadly Arts, Trickery, Acrobatics. Well, yeah. Well, now you could. Yeah, you could. Now you can do. You can take this though if you want to be a healer as well, right? But yeah. So regular Boon Thief. Let's see. How does it go? Hang on. Let's see. So regular Boon Thief. You want Acrobatics. 360 raise. It's pretty good actually. Acrobatics. You need Deadly Arts because you need Improv, right? You want that Improv for the double Ecto. And then Trickery as well for Sleight of Hand and the cooldown reduction on Steel, right, for 20 seconds. But now you can give up one of those if you wanted to. And you want Swinner's Equilibrium to recharge Steel as well. It's faster because when you're on Source, you're evading. But you could give up some of that, so you sacrifice a little bit of boon uptime. And it's a bit overkill anyway because of how insane Boon Thief is. And now you could actually heal quite a significant amount. Realistically, I don't think people will actually do that very often, but it's something you can do. Like Heal Thief is enabled, right? You sacrifice some boons, you can now be a bit of a healer. Finally, Heal Thief exists. Feels good, man. But to be honest, I think regular Boon Thief is still better, actually. Yeah, because you really don't want to give up any of these trait lines. These trait lines are really good. Trickery, you really want that. Deadly Arts, you need it. You cannot not have Deadly Arts because of Improv, right? And for Acrobatics, you can need that for the reset as well on the Seal cooldown. So yeah, alright. So yeah, definitely it's a fun build to play, and finally you can be a healer on Thief if you really want to. If that's your flavor, you can now do it. Boom. Flickering Shadows is a new trait that gives you 33% damage reduction. We got to get out of combat here. You get 33% damage reduction whenever you are revealed now. So this is in Shadow Arts. That's actually pretty good, right? To be fair, so as soon as you just after you stab someone in the back or something, you get damage reduction, so you can be considerably more tanky. It's like unremovable protection, right? While you have revealed. Now, I'm gonna be brutal here, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Shadow Arts probably won't really make it. I mean, they've reworked it, and it's kind of cool. But will this actually see play? I honestly don't think so. Because I mean, Thief trait lines are really fucking good. Okay, so we're playing core. So imagine we're playing Core SD or something, right? Like that. It's not... You're not going to want to take Shadow Arts. You're going to want Acrobatics, fucking Trickery, and Deadly Arts, right? You really want Improv. Yeah, you really want Panic Strike. Like, you fucking want this shit. You want to be able to do damage, right, with all these really useful traits, right? Like the Serpent such, like Lotus Poison, Poison Meal, weaken them, do more damage to them, right? Like, you want that. You want Mug, okay? This is good. You want Panic Strike. You want Improv. Trickery is, like, basically mandatory for Thief because of the Boon Steal. With Bountiful Theft and Sleight of Hand for the intro. You're not... That's not going anywhere, right? And the same is kind of true for Acrobatics, right? You kind of really want your passive bullshit. You want your Steal reset. And you're probably pretty fond of Don't Stop as well, right? So it's difficult to fit Shadow Arts into any Thief build, probably, right? It's not going to be... it's not going to be easy. Let's put it like that, okay? It's not going to be easy. And, well, the final one... Oh, actually, no, we've got 2 traits. We've got some Grandmaster traits to look at now. So, in Shadow Arts, 2 more traits changed. Cloaked in Shadow, whenever you blind someone, you steal 100 life. Again, it's kind of cool. I like the lifesteal theme here. It's fun. It's not particularly good. Whenever you gain stuff, you blind nearby foes and steal 100 life from them. That's not very good. But, it's a fun trait. And Rending Shade, this is the one is actually bugged, and you kind of get it for free now. Steal boons from anyone you stack with stealth attacks, 2 boons stolen. And if you hit someone who's boonless, you AoE fear them as well. And now everyone has that. Literally everyone has got this shit. Wow! That is amazing. Feels good, man. Feels good, man. Shadow Arts, cool rework. I like it. Love the preparations on Thief actually as well, but these traits are not that good. The only one that might have some potential is like Rending Shade. So when you stealth attack someone with no boons, you instantly fear them. Like that instant bit of CC on the stealth attack. That actually has some potential, I think. But I think the rest of it is maybe not quite good enough. Stealth on heal skill is really good too, actually. Like you'll be very slippery with this actually, and you're really fast too. And the stealth attacks with lifesteal might be good. I don't know. I'm not sure honestly. Thief is not really a class I play a lot. You'd have to ask Sind really if you play this. Like, but it doesn't look amazing. It doesn't look that good to me, but who knows? Who knows, boys? Okay. So, moving on to... Well, that's actually it for Thief. Finally, we're going to get to... Warrior, guys. Let's talk about Warrior, shall we? The final class... afflicted by the balance expansion on the final class to talk about indeed. So, Warrior. We like how the gameplay changes in the last balance update have turned out for Berserker, but we've also heard your feedback and recognized that the damage has been lower than expected for the amount of investment involved. In this update, we're tuning up some Berserker skills and traits to give these builds a little more power and longer windows to stay in Berserk mode. The Bloody Roar trait, changing its stacking method, will result in a net increase in damage, so we're also lowering its values in competitive modes. Since Berserker burst in those modes is already difficult to deal with. Similarly, we're also making adjustments to Rampage to rein in some of its excess power in PvP. Or are they? Yeah. Or are they? Let's find out. Let's log my Warrior. And discuss this. So, Wild Blow. Berserk Ascension, 3 to 4 seconds. Shattering Blow, 2 to 3 seconds up of extended Berserk duration. So, let's use this. You're going to be there longer. This, I think realistically, that's more of a PvE change, to be honest with you. Like, this doesn't, you don't really use this stuff in PvP. This is, yeah. So, Wild Blow is a knockback. Shattering Blow is it's a very short reflect, bit of stability. And yeah, you probably won't use this in anywhere else at raids, to be honest. There you go. Headbutt. Now, this is cool, though. Headbutt. This skill now removes all stacks of stability when casting and does 50% more damage if stability was removed. And this skill already hits hard, guys. So, Headbutt already has a tooltip damage of about 2k. And if you have no stability, right, so if you actually lose stability when you do this, it's going to be another 50% damage. That's actually insane, dude. That's big damage. I wonder if this is good on, like, Power Berserker, to use Power Berserker in PvE. Like, how hard does it actually hit? I mean, it stuns you. So if you play
Did you
the 27k, yeah. So surely what you can do here is, guys, so bear in mind, there's another skill called Outrage. Whenever if you break a stun with this, you get 5 seconds extra Berserk. So now, you'll always stun yourself with Headbutt on Power Berserker, DPS Berserker, then you can instantly stun break with Outrage, okay? And you get 5 seconds extra Berserk. And Headbutt also extends Berserk by 2 seconds as well. So you're getting 7 seconds of extra Berserk out of that combo. I'm pretty sure you can like borderline get infinite Berserk just by spamming this, right?
If you don't run banners on Condi Warrior in PvE, you can actually probably do something really neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're like full DPS warrior, you can kind of go perma, right? Just infinite Zerk. If you do it right in PvE with Condi, yeah. With Shattering Blow, Outrage Headbutt, you can just never leave. Yeah.
Never leave.
Yeah. Yeah. Think how fucking high energy that'll be, dude. Yeah, that'll be fucking good shit. So some fun changes there. Fear Me, that just scales dynamically on range or on distance. Again, this is just welcome to the future. It's modernizing that skill. And now Rampage. Frosty, I want you to explain this to me. What would you consider it? What's a nerf? What does that mean? What does a nerf mean?
This is just like reducing the effectiveness or something, right?
Okay. So if I told you that they removed that Rampage doesn't give bonus toughness anymore, which it gave 0 before, so it doesn't give 0 bonus toughness, and then the damage reduction on Rampage went from 25% to 50%.
That doesn't seem like a reduction of effectiveness to me.
So the damage reduction is higher. It doesn't give you bonus toughness, but it didn't ever give you bonus toughness, right?
Yeah.
Did they buff it?
Yeah.
Did it give you like bonus armor at least? Did they just misword it or some shit?
No, it didn't. It never has.
Okay.
And it's still, I think, I've been told it still gives you the health. I will just check now. It gave you 20k extra health. I think it still does, though. It does indeed. It still indeed gives you 39,000 health on Warrior. Rather
did they like reduce the damage from Rampage though?
Nope.
Like
they did not.
Did they? What?
No.
What?
They increased the cooldown by 30 seconds, up to 2 minutes from 90 seconds, but they actually made it tankier. You're harder to kill now with Rampage on. They did they made the damage reduction multiplicative instead of additive, but it turns out because they increased the damage reduction, it's still better anyway, no matter what.
Yeah, that's a bit confusing, but I mean, it's not like that's a big deal in a way though, because it's not like you're ever gonna try to kill a warrior in a rampage anyway. Like if you see somebody rampage, you literally just run away.
I mean, this is a weird one, and yeah, technically. The tankiness of this ability is not the best part. It's just the fact that you can one-shot people. So it probably is kind of a nerf, right? Because you've got 120 seconds. The cooldown is increased by 30 seconds, which is good, right? Which is good. But it hasn't actually fixed the core issue, is that you can just like randomly one-shot. You can still randomly one-shot people with this. You just have to wait a little bit longer between randomly one-shotting people. So I don't really know what went on there. I think the ArenaNet balance team got a bit confused and just randomly flailed around and did this.
The damage reduction, it is still definitely questionable, even though it might not be that effective. Anyway,
50% damage reduction, dude. Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Yeah,
50%.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty fucking good.
Often endure pain.
Yeah. It's good. It's good. So. A few other traits have changed from Berserker. They're actually... I'm pretty sure ArenaNet does this to fucking troll people, Frosty. I'm not even joking, dude, okay? They have slightly... I believe they have slightly buffed some traits here for Warrior. So Last Blaze, burning duration has been increased from 3 seconds to 4 seconds. This is for whenever you use a rage skill, inflict burning on nearby enemies. Now... Oh, it's up the keep. Okay. Now, I'm not sure if you actually play this trait in Condi Warrior. Do you play Berserk Duration?
Didn't you play that only on like one iteration of the builds? I think so.
I don't think you play it anymore. Yeah.
No, you don't.
Smash Brawler,
it used
right?
to be.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or do you? What do you play on Warrior these days?
Well, maybe you do now.
Or maybe you do. Last Blaze was played. Yeah, wasn't that ages ago? You played Last Blaze on Condi? Really? Not the Berserk Duration? Oh shit.
Oh yeah. On Condi you play Let's Plays.
Really? Oh shit. Yeah, on Power, I guess you play the Berserk mode duration, right? Okay, so you do play. So yeah, they've slightly buffed this then for Condi Warrior, a little bit of extra damage. I don't know why. Why do they keep buffing fucking Warrior, dude? Warrior is insane. I mean,
Banner Warrior more damage.
Yeah, why does it do more DPS? I don't understand. I do not understand. So You know what? Look, you know how they removed reveal from World vs. World Scrapper? They gave it back with Sight Beyond the Sight. So now on Spellbreaker, you can reveal for your team in GVGs with this amazing double charge ability with a 360 radius, down from 1,200 on Scrapper. I mean, I'm not sure if this will actually see play in GVG. I mean, it's 5-second reveal now in a fairly small radius, but I guess it's the best they've got because you are going to want to play a Spellbreaker. And then you can try and fish for it with the Rev. So maybe, but it's not going to be nearly as good as Scrapper, right? Which kind of sucks.
Didn't that always reveal, though? What changed about it?
They increased the duration of the reveal.
Okay.
Yeah. And the meditations don't really see a crazy amount of play on Spellbreaker, so it's good that they're trying to make it valid, right? Yeah. Moving on, some other traits as well. Bloody Roar. So this trait was actually bugged, bizarrely, because apparently it didn't stack multiplicatively, it was additive. So now it's multiplicative, which is way better, because now it modifies other modifiers, if that makes any sense. So now, if you've got a 10% modifier and a 20% modifier, the modifier affects the other modifier as well, whereas before it didn't. So this is actually, again, they have buffed Warrior in PvE for the DPS variant, and for the Power Banner variant. Quite a lot, by the way. That's actually quite a big deal, because now it applies to all the other modifiers that Warrior has as well, so that's actually huge. So, okay. Yeah, sure, they've buffed Warrior again, and then King of Fires, they buffed Condi Warrior a little bit extra. This is probably not the hugest deal, of course, because Berserker doesn't really do a crazy amount of power damage. But King of Fires, now actually, when you detonate that Fire Aura, you will also get some damage. What amulet have I got on right now? Let's go ahead and put a Viper amulet. So it's 470 tilted damage, and that procs a fair amount. Whenever you get a Fire Aura, you can just blow it up for some burn stacks. And some extra damage. So yeah, there you go. Condi Warrior, also a little bit left. Of course, that will actually have a potential to proc the arms trait on crit. You have on crit bleeds, yeah, so it could even proc Bloodlust or a bleed stack there from King of Fires.
Yeah.
So
they buffed.
Yeah, they buffed.
More.
They've buffed Battle Warrior. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that, guys. So that's the entire balance patch. We've done every single class right now. Feels good, man. Feels good, man, guys.
Alright, what's the overview, Teapot? How are you feeling about this? You know, what is it?
Okay, so overview is... I think it's a pretty good balance patch. Rev has got toned down in PvP, which is probably the most egregious class. So we might see some more varied teamfight compositions instead of just double Rev. Mesmer in PvE has got the nerf it deserved, but realistically it feels really bad because Chrono has slowly been gutted over the years, and like this is its final intestine being drawn out. Chrono is dead in PvP, probably. It has been absolutely destroyed. Same with World vs. World, it's very fucking dead. Condi Weaver is now off the chain. It apparently does nearly 40k DPS, because ArenaNet loves Condi Weaver now, apparently. Tempest is kind of cool, it's got some cool stuff going on there. I like that shit. I do like that. They buff Banner Warrior because memes. They don't PvP Berserker. Nothing really happens to it. In fact, it's basically exactly the same. And that's okay, I guess, unless you want to play Berserker, because Berserker kind of gets farmed really hard. But I mean, well, it's what can you do? What can you do, boys? What can you fucking do? Rampage.
Are you saying it was?
Yeah, Rampage didn't really get nerfed. Yeah. Well, yeah. Go ahead.
Are you saying it was good, just like in terms of role balancing? Or good in terms of fun as well, you know? Like how much fun you're gonna have with this patch?
I think it will increase the fun, certainly in PvP, actually. Like, all that happens is chaotic interruption needs to get smushed, then we're feels good, man, okay? Feels fucking good, man. But yeah.
Very good, though.
Condi Weaver, yeah, so... yeah, it sucks if you play Berserker, because in PvP it didn't really get what it needed. It's still kind of a glass cannon, a bit shit. The Thief changes are cool. They'll definitely see experimentation. Not sure if they'll actually see play, though, with Thief. Let's see what else happened. The Rev changes are good. Yeah, we already did that one. Rev changes are good. And in PvE, it's, I don't know, I guess it's a bit easier to play as well, so there is that, and a little bit better as well. Soul Beast, they nerfed, as they should have done, the stupid Sniper Soul Beast build, so it's just way less obnoxious to play against, but it's still good. It's not bad anymore. It's not exactly bad, right? Reaper, they nerfed Reaper because feels bad, man. They buffed Core Necro, except they kind of broke Core Necro because Dark Path is a bit fucky right now, which is not ideal. Chrono kind of got smushed pretty hard. Mirage got smushed a little bit because it's not as slippery anymore because of the lack of super speed. Guardian ends up basically the same, but just less bursty. Core Condi Guard is actually a thing now as well, which is pretty fun. But not much in for Guardian. Firebrand is identical. NG Scrapper, I really love the design changes on Scrapper, actually. I think it's going to be much more interactive to play and to play against as well. Function Gyro is more usable, I think. And just the class as a whole, overhaul is just better designed now. It wasn't the best design specialization. Now it's considerably better designed. Only took a few reworks to get there, eh, boys? And Citadel's Flamethrower Scrapper is better as well. Hollow, though, took a bit of a hit and may be a bit bad now in PvE. Even Tempest DPS. Tempest DPS is cool. Love the flavor changes to Ellie as well. Flavor, top fucking notch on Ellie, on Tempest and Core Ellie, all the elemental specializations. Really cool. Very flavorsome. Very nice. Condi Weaver is going to have its time in the sun now. Nearly 40k DPS, like 38k benchmark, stuff like that. So yeah, cool stuff. Weaver in PvP as well. Expect to see a lot of that because it's going to fuck you up now. Now it's going to do loads of damage and be really hard to kill. So watch out for those Weavers. But I think that's basically it for the balance match, actually. A solid balance match, definitely a very good step in the right direction. Yeah, keep this up, guys. Shame about Rampage, and get on point with Chaotic Interruption. I want to see that shit annihilated. I want to see it ripped apart before my eyes. Other than that, though, great patch. Well done, ArenaNet. Fun changes indeed. I like it. Just give me some more runes, some new sigils, and we're good to go. That's all I've really got to say about that. That concludes my balance patch review, ladies and gentlemen.
Feels good, man.